is Ardas, and this is Robin, and we're co-coordinators for the craft demonstration site at the Oregon Country Fair.
We've been doing this since 2019. It was an idea that was put forth from one of our board members. The idea was to inspire people that come to the fair to get in touch with their creative side and want to develop it a little bit more. So what we offer here are artisans and crafters that come and demonstrate their craft and their art. We are so lucky because we have a small budget, but a budget, so we can buy supplies. So when the public comes in and goes, I love looking at this clay, I love the jewelry that this person is making, oh, I love the idea of mosaics, my goodness, I want to make a basket, they can sit down at the table with the artisan who's going to show them what they can do. They can do it, there's no cost to the public, and then they can take it home.
We also have demonstrators for glass blowing, metal smithing. Those are the two main ones that you observe, but the first year we had that, there were two women about 18 years old that were watching the glass blowers, and I was behind them, and they said, we're going home and we're going to find a glass blowing class, and we're going to do that. So that's what we want to do, is inspire people to do it here and to go home and continue to do it and be our future crafters at the fair.
We would love to do a community project, but it dries so fast, so it's really hard to get everything together. It'd be a lot of work. Unless somebody thinks it's really creative in order to put it on, because it's not going to get productive.
Hi, I'm Erica, and I'm teaching flower crowns today. And we have been empowering people to create things that they can do for the rest of their life. And the flowers smell good, so they feel good. And yeah, we're just hoping people get excited about creating things and connecting with their natural environment and appreciating everything in bloom that makes this place so special.
When Craft Demo first started, we found that there were a lot of adults that brought their children to play with clay. That was something that was very attractive to children. Also, we have a sign up that says no children under 8 are left here without an adult. So in that process, while the kids initially started playing with clay, the adults started looking around and seeing crafts and art that were more complicated.
I'm going to take off my hat, and I'm trying to make a little crown for my hat. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it comes together. I'm learning.
I don't want to get your toes.
Anybody else would like to explain?
How long have you been in school?
Right, this is a crown. It's coming together. Gonna have to do some.
And that they wanted to try it too. And there has been a journey in that way. This is not a child care booth. That is not what this is. This is an experiential, participatory group site on the fair for people of all ages to come in here and enjoy themselves, get off the path in the shade, and learn a skill that they're attracted to.
My name is Sydney Sherwood. I live up in Sequim, Washington, and I'm a flower farmer. It's called Annie's Flower Farm. That's my middle name. So I love coming to the fair, and this craft demo booth, this craft demo crew is relatively new, but it's very hands-on, just all different kinds of crafts that kids and people are doing, and teaching people to make these flower crowns or whatever they want to make, like a floral fascinator or a magic wand or whatever. We've got all these flowers that we grew, and by the third day we're kind of down to the dried flowers, but we still have lots of colors, and we've had to enlarge to a second table. It's so popular.
I remember the first time I was here, I saw Dave working at the wheel. It was so mesmerizing to just watch a clump of clay on the wheel turn into like a masterpiece of like a vase. and I think that's so cool. And I remember my first time, and it's not about the failure, it's about the journey while making clay.
One of the best parts of this particular site is the families that come in, and they help one another, they gain confidence. We have wonderful demonstrators and teachers, and they help everyone get their confidence and learn how to do a project or a craft, and how to get the what do you call it? The supplies, so they can go ahead and do that. And a lot of them also teach, so they start connecting that way. And it's really, really lovely.
I feel like Dave just was like, come, and he helped me make my first like pot or bowl. And then he was like, hey, next year why don't you come back and you can work for me? And I think that's how my whole journey started, and I couldn't have started it without Dave. I think my journey now is to help other people learn pottery and to have such a fun time like I did. And I think it's really special because if you don't know how to do something like clay, you can learn so easily.
So we are crafting more than objects to take home. We are crafting community within this site, and that community will spread through the craftsmanship, through the interaction of everybody, hopefully throughout the fair and throughout the world.
Through everything that we do, Ardas had taught yoga. I was doing that kind of work with teenagers, and
we both have taught art with two children and adults, actually.
We're building community and healing the turmoil that people feel every day. That's what we work on, you know. Is it 100%? No, but we're doing our best.
You know, we work on 2 different surfaces. And as I'm drawing the steel out and essentially pushing the steel away, I'm keeping sure I'm making a nice square and forging it to a point.
To come back at 1:15, we could.
Yes, that's it.
I thought I put my name on 11:40. You already put your name on there? Yeah. Oh, well, then you're late. Perfect. Then you're at 12:15.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh. How was your morning? Good. How was yours? Good. Where's the black spot?
It's really about ambassadorship, so when people come here, we get to know them, we make friends, we talk to them, we teach them how to work. And I feel like me and Dave know what we're both thinking, because it's like we're a well-oiled team and we've been working together. So when one person needs help, we know how to help them together.
To do this, I think they gain confidence. Like when they're first looking at it, they're like, "How do you do that?" Right? Like you're looking at it and you're like, "Oh, that's gorgeous." And they decide what they're going to make. Are they just going to make a little fascinator that's going to go on a hat? Or are they going to make a full thing that goes around a hat or around their head? Yes. I think it's kind of like people are nervous when they first start. Yeah. Like they really want my help. Yeah. Like I just gave you some help, right? Yeah. I got her going with her first bunch. I showed her how to add on her little second cluster. Right. And there she goes. And she doesn't need my help anymore. She's got confidence.
She's flying on her own.
Yeah, she's got her own.
Kicked out of the nest.
Yeah.
Out here.
And she's making wings.
And then I just get to bullshit, until the next person needs to be helped.
Okay.
Would you please bullshit?
We know that.
Bullshit. I'm really hoping you'd bullshit right now, please. Just a little.
But you already know what you're doing. No, I was being sincere. I'm very sincere. I just meant I get to talk to people. I get to gab.
I just want to throw this.
You get to gab.
I'm stashing it here so we don't lose it. So feel free to grab it if somebody needs it.
Oh yes, I love craft. At my university I work at a place very much like this called the Craft Center. Yeah. It's at UC Davis, and it's exactly like this. Just pottery, blacksmithing, flame working, and it's just a place where the community or the students, or if you don't have to go to the school even, you can just come in and make anything you want.
Yeah,
It's a
everything's
place of magic.
the big thing you get is confidence.
Yes. Oh yeah. In your abilities to make something.
Make something
Is, you
from
know,
scratch.
Art is hard. Eh?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've never done this before, so this is my first time doing this.
Excellent.
Is it beautiful?
It looks really good. And you said it's a gift for someone.
It's a
right?
gift. It's a gift. I think I might. I think you go.
You're just a natural.
His name's Forrest.
I've been getting inspiration from everyone else's. You know, I noticed yours is I very much like yours because there's like an even spacing of the leaves. And so I've been trying to like repeat a pattern a little bit. But
Those look great, actually.
The inner workings.
I like watching the process of people or kids that are pretty spun out. Maybe they've never been to fair and they need a place to decompress. So watching in real time kids and people sitting down and like what these ladies are doing and like digging through and just watching the decompression, right? And it's cool here and they get their bearings. And it's just nice because a lot of times nobody holds space for people just to create, right? We're always like have to feel like we have to make something or sell it or we have to be professional. So I love this, that people can see in real time the clay, the glass blowing, the metal work. They're doing felting, they're doing jewelry, right? And so otherwise in fair it can be overwhelming, you know what I mean? It's so hot that you're like in the throng and you can't even stop sometimes. So this is really special, you know? Because I used to run a school for at-risk youth and that was the same type of thing. Like a lot of those kids come from environments where they don't know, you know what I mean? I would tell them your parents might not be great parents, but they might be a really great example of what not to do. And but then what do you do? And then how do you craft your life differently, right? And I feel like the process of art and teaching people how to create is sets you up for success, right? Because you can problem solve. Art is about problem solving. And if we don't teach art, it's not meaningless teaching the process of art to somebody, right? You know what I mean? They don't have to do it professionally, but then they're gonna I can creatively solve this, or there's different avenues. That's what I love about fair and young people, or people that just come to fair and they see look at these possibilities. I think we get stuck down in little boxes, and then when you peek your head up, you're like, oh, these are the things that can happen to me, and I can be a real authentic human being instead of feeling like you need to put yourself into this box and that box. It's just so great, and that's why I really love holding space and teaching classes, and in addition to my own art, because it's so important to hold space for people and adults, because nobody gives themselves permission to just play or learn something new without thinking that there's going to be you know what I mean, like an end result, really quick, right? And then they get on a rabbit trail, like that kid that you were talking about with the clay, he just went on a journey, and who knows where that will take him in the course of his life, right? But his brain has been turned on to that whole thing, as opposed to being on our screen or this younger generation. I mean, you're older like I am, we're like Gen X, and it's like we use analog and phones, but you know what I mean? If we don't help bridge that for the younger people, the slow process. And I meet younger kids that are the Gen Zs, and they're so much slower. They make slow tea, you know what I mean? They're really slowing down. They listen to old-timey music from the 40s, you know what I mean? It's really impressive that they're like, okay, I see you Gen X people, but let's slow it down just a little bit. So there's this whole other movement that I've been seeing with young people, where they don't want they don't want the smartphones. They want to go into a flip phone, and if you ask them when they could time travel to, they want to go back to the 80s or the early 90s, when they're before social media and before any of that. Yeah, I meet young people that are like, this is what I want to go back to, before all this happened. You guys got to have a childhood in the 70s and 80s and 60s, you're fucking lucky,
I have to tidy up my trash for you. Oh, hi. My name's Raina Manis, and I'm a science illustrator and an artist. And I started a few years ago. I moved to Newport, Oregon, by Beverly Beach, and I noticed a lot of beach plastic there. I started collecting it, and I wanted to incorporate it into my artwork, and started making these mosaics. So here's some examples of my mosaics, and it's a really good excuse to go to the beach and try to raise awareness about plastics in the oceans and clean up the beach a little bit, because everybody eats it, which is sad.
She's one of the most important ones we have because what she does touches not only on art but on healing the planet, picking up garbage on the beaches and turning it into art.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff she does.
Pictures of those two. Thank you.
Kind of running low here.
That's all plastic.
Oh, it's all from the beach. Yeah. Yeah. This kind of piles up. Every time I go to the beach, I just put some in a bag. You know, mostly in the winter. You know.
So thank you so much, and we'll see you at the fair next year.